Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to episode 3 of Woe Is Me. I mean MintCoaTea, and we're gonna talk about like how I got this way HRT started. Okay, so we can now begin with the hunt for it. So I'm searching all these websites and I find some sources and stuff because my mom did mention like I'm trying to find like a place that can like a specialist. So I'm yeah, that was a while ago. So like I'm searching for these specialists and stuff, and I try to find some of them. And I actually also mentioned that I should get therapy. Um, and before the specialist, I mean before the HRT. I guess that would have helped, I guess. Anyway, so I'm looking for the specialist who can supply me with HRT. I tried menopause places and I tried birth control places. Um, I mean, they say they can offer me that. But I think one of the places they gave me, that was nice of them. One of the menopause places, they gave me like a list of places I can go, a list of websites I can go to. So they listed Folks, and then they listed Trans Clinique, and then they listed Plume, and I remember those places. Plume was pretty interesting. I tried to get on Plume, but then I required like a blood test, a blood withdrawal. But I didn't really want to do that. So I tried Folks, and then I get with Folks, and then at the time being, we were at a hotel. This is 2020 in October, late October, and yeah, so we're in the hotel because my mom, my mortgage, oh, my brother is there. Yeah, so my mom, my brother, and me were there, and then we like in the hotel, and we're just in there. So like, we're in the hotel, and we're there because my brother has college, and it's really convenient to be in the hotel because before we had to like drive 2 hours back and forth to go to the college because the college is like in another city, his college. So we would stay in a hotel for like about half a week, and it made the driving really easier because we could just commute from the hotel to the college, which was a much less um, time. It was like maybe like a 10-minute commute or something. Yeah, also something crazy I would do when I was at the hotel, without my mom knowing. Like, so there's food at the hotel, so uh, I would go and order the food and then bring it back. So the food is just in the lobby, but I would doing something really sneaky. Sometimes I would go beyond the hotel. So I'd exit the hotel and just like go to these stores and stuff, just walk there. And I don't know, I felt really alive when doing that. I was like, I'm free, and like I like I mean, I can't drive or anything, so like that was a lot of freedom for me because I'm not allowed to do that. And like I'm going to these stores, I felt so independent and stuff, and I'm wanting to all these different places, and I felt so alive. I even walked to McDonald's and stuff, and GNC and stuff like that. It's so cool. I mean, I was so bad. Anyway, yeah. So I get with folks, and a doctor calls, and I mean schedules a call with me, so I gotta do this call. But here comes the day with the call, and then I have to go downstairs, and then I tell my mom I need to do this phone call and stuff like that, like a meeting. Yeah, a meeting. So like my mom's she wants me to stay in the hotel, the room she's in, but I'm like trying to push, like, I need to go somewhere else for this meeting. And like she says if it's really private and stuff like that, like saying like if it's like a really private one, like I can go. So like she allows me to go. So I got it, and I go down the elevator, and then nick of time I think I'm a bit late, and I call the doctor, and then we're talking on the phone, and then I'm discussing my goals, and I say like I want like more like a gynoid body, like like more female body and stuff like that. And I'm talking to him, and they ask me about my accent because it sounds like I'm from the like I have like a interesting accent, something like that. So I'm like, oh, my father's from the St. Kitts, and then he's like, St. Kitts, that's in the Caribbean. And then I'm like, oh, no, it's not. And then he's like, what? And then he says, no, wait, yes, it is. It turns out it actually is kind of near the Caribbeans in my later research. Anyway, yeah, so I get prescribed spironolactone and estradiol. I got the 2 milligram, the 4 milligrams, so like twice a day, and the spironolactone 50 milligram. And I'm taking this. I mean, I'm wondering when it's gonna be, I guess, delivered. So he says like it's going to be delivered next day. I mean, like immediately after the call. So it's like, oh, thank you. And then it was really cool. And that's when I finally got it. And then come back inside victorious. I'm so excited and stuff. And then we come back home some days later, and then like on October 27th, like on the Sunday, I'm like, this is the day. And then I like, I take the pills. And I'm filming myself, and I feel like I'm gonna die. So if I die, at least it will be on camera because that's my that's the photographer way of thinking. Like if I'm gonna die, I need to film this. Like whenever I'm going feel like I'm gonna die, sometimes I grab the camera and I start rolling because I don't know what my fascination with filming my own death is, but that's how I usually roll when you know this is the final moment of my life. So I feel like I need to film that. So anyway, oh gosh, I'm filming myself, and yeah, and it feels like I'm gonna die. Like the spironolactone, when I took that, it felt like I was gonna die, and I didn't die, so that was a relief. And then I took the estradiol and let that dissolve on my tongue, under my tongue. That's the way I do it. And that was pretty cool. So that was an exciting day for me. And from there on, I've started taking them like a pro. And yeah, and we go back to the hotel some days later, and yeah, I'm pretty cool. And I'm taking the pills on a routine. I have like 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. I got this routine going, and yeah, it's pretty cool. And then on Google, I have like these calendar reminders, so my phone will vibrate, and then it says take medicine. It's some pretty cool stuff. Yeah, and so far it's been so far so good. Now, the spironolactone, I was concerned about the potassium stuff, so I was like really scared. This spironolactone is gonna elevate my potassium, but I didn't let that really bother me. I mean, I took a modest approach, kind of watch the potassium, watch the tomato sauce, and stuff like that. But on Thanksgiving, I think I kind of broke, and I had some of that mashed potatoes. Like, maybe occasionally, it won't be so bad. And yeah, that was that. I got my blood test, and the blood test results showed that my potassium was normal, and it was a bit more on the low side, so like 3.4. And that kind of surprised me and relieved me because I'm eating like these oats and stuff, which are relatively high in potassium, and my potassium was actually relatively low. So I was pretty relieved and surprised at that, and I felt great about that. So my blood test, how that went about, I was thinking about like taking an Uber to the to Quest Diagnostics, but I couldn't really do that. I guess that was too risky. And my savior was that the Quest Diagnostics, they teamed up with some exam one, and through that, there's a phlebotomist that would drive to your house. So when the phlebotomist came, it was scheduled for 5 a.m., but the meeting it was changed to 6 a.m. and she came at 6 a.m. and I was like outside and was like in distress. I guess the address got a bit confused, so uh, she's in the this is when we're in an apartment now because we just moved to an apartment. This is an apartment now, so we moved to this apartment that's closer to the city to my brother's college. Anyway, she goes to the apartment parking place and she can't find the door to our apartment. So she's on the phone with me and I'm on the phone with her and I'm like uh, describing myself, and then she said like, "Are you putting your hand up?" And then I'm like, "Yeah." And then we meet, and then my parents are sleeping, and I explained to her, "My parents are sleeping. Can we do it outside?" And then she says, "Oh no, I'm required to do it inside." So then I opened the door, and then my father, he's like, "What is that?" And then I'm like, it's my ordinance, and like, what did you order? And a blood test. And then he's like, what? And then my mom's a bit surprised, and then my dad's surprised. And I was like, wait for your dad to get out. And then she's like, the door's still open, and like, she's like, I guess halfway in the door, out the door. I mean, she's kind of inside, but the door's still open. Like, I don't know. I mean, I give my 100% gratitude to this person because she didn't like run away scared. She stood with me through this kind of argumental confusion we were having, me and my parents, because they didn't know what was going on, and yeah, it was a like 5 minute debate. Eventually, the door did get closed because they'll just say to close the door and stuff like. And I go downstairs and I mean, I'm sitting on this stair steps and I'm getting this blood withdrawal, and my mom's kind of still in bed, but awake. And my father, he comes to witness my blood draw and stuff like that, and it was pretty quick. And then after that, I thank her and she leaves, and then yeah, we having. I guess I have it alone, but my parents were in the room, and then just taking some gloves, and then I knew, like, I thought, like, I'm getting in trouble, so I just want to save you the moment, so I'm taking, like, some photos, and, like, photos of the gloves, because she left some gloves behind, and I'm taking photos, like, of the Band-Aid, and, like, because I knew it was gonna be trouble and stuff, so, like, I just go into the room, and then like my father says like, Ellen, can you please come and like we have to talk to you, something like that. So I think he said like, your mom wants you and or something. So yeah, I have a talk and like my mom said like stuff like that like why didn't you tell us and stuff like that. I mean she's like my father and yeah, my mother, they're like they're saying like why I didn't tell them, and then I'm saying like because I want to keep it a secret, and then yeah, it's pretty emotional, and she was saying like you don't have to keep it a secret because you're trying to hide it and stuff like that, but because you feel embarrassed. But like I'm very supportive of you, and I don't want you to feel ashamed of this. And then I'm saying like yeah, but I thought it was like my problem, so I should try to like I thought it was like my issue, so I should like fix it myself. And then she was saying no, it's not in it's you shouldn't feel that way. And then she was like saying these different analogies and stuff like that. And she was also saying like like things like that and stuff. I guess the plan was to get my back fixed first and then start the hormones. She was saying like because I had like scoliosis and stuff. Anyway, yeah. Actually, yesterday, I mean like last night, my father said maybe we should make an appointment because I was talking about my hip because like my mom was concerned because I was kind of walking funny, and then I was like, oh yeah, it's just my hip. And I was talking about that I was hoarding, so she was concerned, and my father was like, yeah, maybe we should make an appointment, to that, because the doctor. Anyway, back to that day with the phlebotomist. Yeah, we're having this discussion and stuff, and I guess we come to, and like, yeah, it was a very emotional conversation, and she was saying you don't have to hide anything, but I guess what I was hiding was that I needed the blood test. I needed the blood test, I guess, to continue my hormones, but I did not tell them that I'm already on the hormones. I still have not told them, so. Anyway, yeah, so we're talking about this, and then she's like, we could maybe try to get you started on the hormones. And then, like, yeah, that was what the blood test is for. They need to know that for the hormones. And I was saying like how much I paid for it, and I was saying like I paid $55 for the visit, but I was like gonna pay out of pocket for the rest of it. But then they said I can use the insurance card, and I was grateful for that. But I was saying like I didn't want to use it because I didn't want them to like know. So like a bill comes in, and then my father was saying like that won't happen, and then I was saying like the benefits of using the insurance card because you get these deductibles, and it like creates more benefits to future costs and stuff. So like especially if you pay out of pocket through the insurance, it will give you better things for that and stuff. So I really appreciated that, and after that, I guess we left off on like a good basis, and I originally told the phlebotomist that I was going to pay out of pocket, like when you're on the phone, and I wrote to her and said that I had a talk with my parents, and yeah, I have the insurance card now, so like she was like, oh yeah. She was happy, and then she said, "Can you send it?" And I sent it to her, and then that was that. And yeah, that was that. That was pretty cool. I guess I didn't need the insurance card anyway because I guess folks already paid for it. Anyway, yeah. So that was that. That was pretty interesting. And I guess I'm just gonna show you what this medication looks like. So this is my backpack I got from the Pornhub gift store. Anyway, so this is the medication, by the way. It is the Fox. It is in the backpack, and I originally kept the bovine ovary extract in the backpack as well. So I have the estradiol and the spironolactone, and the spironolactone has a really interesting taste. It's kind of like a metallic taste and a bit like orphy taste. It's really orphy and metallic, and if you keep it in your mouth for too long before swallowing it, it's gonna linger for a while, so it's a bit but yeah, usually drinking a lot of water or something with a flavor like milk would mitigate that taste. It doesn't last too long, maybe a minute or so. Minute and a half, 2 minutes maybe. Anyway, the estradiol has a sweet taste to it, which is pretty interesting. It's like it tastes like milk or like a little piece of candy. It really tastes like the lactose in milk. It's pretty interesting. Also, yeah, let's go talk about something else. So, we're going to like recently, it's like this mail room. So when you receive a piece of mail, they just give you this number that's sent to your phone in a text. And this is my most recent package of my medication. This is about a week ago. So it came through the mail room and of the apartment, and the numbers to access the mailroom, the locker in the mailroom, they're sent to my father. So he checked all the mailboxes in the mailroom and my brother when they were checking the mail routinely, and I'm like asking them like, did you check all of them? And then they're like, yeah, we did check all of them. And then I was a bit concerned because my package arrived, and then he was like questioning me like, what's in the package? And I was just saying containers, and he was like, what kind of containers? And I'm like, plastic containers. And my sister was like actually like suggesting like, if you got it from Amazon, you can um say it didn't arrive and like you can get a refund. And I thanked her for the suggestion. This is my sister who's like 2 years apart from me. Um, she's pretty understanding now about my whole feminine thing, you know. And she even gave me like a little charm for my older sister's birthday. That was really sweet of her. It was like a necklace charm. It was really sweet. It was like a leaf. I love green and leaves and nature and stuff, so that was pretty sweet. Also, so my father he checks the number at the mailroom, the email, and then he finds out that was actually sent in an email. So he goes out and then he gives it to me like the medication. I'm feeling a bit guilty because I didn't really tell him what it was, and yeah, but I really thanked him, and I showed like a lot of gratitude that he got it out of the mailroom for me. I don't know when I can tell them that I'm taking HRT because I don't know because it's like a I don't know like a catch 22, and I'm 22 by the way, so it's like a catch 22. So it's if I tell them I don't know, I might get in trouble, I don't know. And also, I may not get the hormones for a while because it might be a while until um, we go to the doctor and get them prescribed. So, yeah, so I could tell them and then that end this, and then I guess, the masculinization and stuff will start again, and I'll be back where I started. And I've been doing this for about maybe 6 months now, the HRT, and so far it's been pretty good. Just gradual growth, I guess, in the breast tissue, but a lot of abdominal fat, by the way. So I don't know, maybe that's diet related. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I'm just afraid to tell them. Um, yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be okay. 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 Okay, so yeah, that's that's that. So thank you all for tuning in again. I highly appreciate it, and feedback is very much welcomed. And I hope you all have a good time today. And thank you all for everything. May you all have a lovely day. Bye.